Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. I'm your host, Contaminated Minds, and today we are doing a how-to video on how to Decoden a phone case. So we're just going to get started with supplies. The first thing that you're going to need is a blank case. Now, when you get a blank case, you have to make sure that the case is actually like, a hard plastic case. You cannot use silicone cases because for some reason they just don't stick with the silicone that we use. So definitely make sure it's a hard case, and you can decorate it any way you choose. You can even add rhinestones and other pretty things to the case before you do that. You also need to grab some popsicle sticks, because that's what we're going to use to mix the silicone and to make the color that we want. Go ahead and pick you out some paint. So whatever color you want your silicone to be on the case, you need to pick that color for your oil paint. Make sure it is for sure oil paint. Don't waste your money on acrylic paint. Some people do use acrylic paint, but if you use too much acrylic paint, then it makes the silicone harden too fast, and then you can't use it. It just takes too much time. You're also going to need disposable cups, which is what you're going to mix the silicone in to get the desired color you want. This part is optional. You don't have to have extra fine glitter, but I would definitely suggest using glitter inside your silicone mix, because it makes it sparkly and pretty when you pipe it out. You're also going to need cabochons. You can either buy these online, buy them from the supplier, or you can make them yourself. These are cabochons that I've made myself, so all the cabochons that you see here are cabochons that I made myself, and I thought they were pretty, so I'm just going to show them off a little bit. You can buy them, I guess the best place to buy them, like starting out, would probably be from Etsy. You're also going to need your silicone. For me, I personally use GE brand silicone. I use the all-purpose silicone. The silicone that I use is 100% silicone. Please, 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 please make sure that you use 100% silicone. It doesn't matter the brand. It doesn't matter, what color silicone you use or anything like that, just as long as you get 100% silicone, because that's what works the best for cases. It makes it, the certain brand that I use is flexible, it's waterproof, it's freeze proof, so your case will be waterproof as long as you use other waterproof items on your case. You also have to make sure that it's clear if you want to color it properly, and to make sure it is silicone 1. Silicone 1 sticks best, and that's the brand GE right there on the side. And that is the end. You have to cut it off and then poke a hole through it. And how you actually get the silicone out is you use this caulking gun. You pump it out, and you pump it out to the cup. And then you also need a piping bag and cling wrap. The cling wrap is to put the silicone in so that you don't mess up the piping bag, so that you can reuse it multiple times. For me, I think I use a piping tip number 21. So you guys can use that. And then what you need to do is you need to make a layout for your case. So you just arrange your cabochons however you want on the case. And then you take a picture of it, and you use it for reference for when you actually put on the silicone. Because if you don't do that, then sometimes you get confused and you don't remember where to put what cabochons and what looks best. This right here is the layout that we actually use for the case that I'm making in this video. The other cabochons that I just showed you that I was showing off are extra cabochons that I made. I forgot to film the part where I was making the layout and what the supplies and stuff that you need beforehand. So I just had leftover cabochons, and I used it to show you guys what you need and what you don't need. So they are actually quite different from what you see on the case. And this is the part of the video where I just kind of shut up and let you guys watch me pipe. Some people find piping really relaxing and really fun to look at, so I'm just gonna let you guys look at that, and I'll come back later on telling you guys tips on how to pipe. Enjoy.
행복하게 해주라고 했잖아. 그냥 내게 기대라고 했잖아. 그랬잖아. 제발 있잖아. 기쁘지 마라. 이제 time out. 너 왜 그리 답답하냐고. 그 남자를 잊고 그냥 내 손을 꽉 잡고 그래 나와 keep going. 혼자 살기게 연예인보다 예뻐 짜릿해 That girl, that girl, that girl, that girl Hey girl, hey girl, hey girl, hey girl GOT7, come on 정말로 장난 아니야 처음으로 너를 알아 버린 게 날이 후로 내가 알던 내가 아니야 뭐를 해도 뭘 하는지 모르겠어 누군가 뭐라 해도 멍하니 나 걷고 있어 지금 같은 상황이면 곤란해 몰라 잭 정신이 아니야 마음이 영원해 이 증상의 해결책은 있잖아 네 따라 완벽한 S라인 볼수록 불안해 그래 난 집착해 너한테 귀찮게 이주위 남자들 착한 척
Hey guys, I just wanted to come back and say really fast that it's really hard to explain how to properly pipe something until you've actually done it yourself. It took me multiple cases before I actually learned the piping technique that I do have now. The best thing I can do for tips is say to make sure that you use even pressure and to make sure that the silicone is all coming out at once at the same time. I think the biggest problem that I had with silicone piping was using, like I said, the wrong paint. At first I was using acrylic paint because I thought oil paint was too expensive and that it wasn't worth the money. But it turns out that as long as you get primary colors for oil paint, and sometimes you can buy like those little box sets of oil paints for like 10 colors for a pretty cheap price over at Michael's, or if you just buy like a set, especially if you want to do this for like a business, it doesn't take it's really is worth the money because you can make so many different colors with especially the primary colors. So I would just say go ahead and invest in whatever oil paint that you want to use or whatever color that you want to use, because oil paint lasts a long time and is the best to use when making silicone cases, because the colors come out opaque and very pretty. It's easy mixing medium, so it mixes in well with other colors. So I think that's it for my talking throughout this video. I'm just going to show you how I, finish putting on the rest of the cabochons, how I place them, how I determine what looks best and what doesn't. And then I also put on some rhinestones at the end. Like, you don't have to do that part, it's optional, but I enjoy putting rhinestones on my cases because I think it adds a pop of shininess and color, and I think it really helps well. So yeah, that's it for this video. You can go ahead and like and subscribe, and also comment and let me know what you think. As you can tell, this is a K-pop related channel, and this is a K-pop video and a K-pop case, and I have my own Etsy store, and you can go down in the description and follow me on my Etsy store and ask me questions about cases or anything else you want to do. Anyway, thanks guys, and thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoy. Bye bye.
Yep, we got a party. 가까이 no passport, 지옥에 no flight though. 구몬 노우 에머데 히피카세로 갔다. I got 7. GOT7. I'm so lucky. Okay, give me the dope message. Alright, do what you gotta do, baby. Love. Everybody put your hands